Center zip, panel loader, top loader. What pack do you prefer? Personally for me, I prefer a clamshell type pack, often called a panel loader, or a center zip, something along the lines of the Mystery Ranch Urban Assault 21 or the Hill People Gear Tarahumara. In this case, mine has got the Tough Possums modified possibles pouch on it, which is also a center zip. Reason I prefer those style over a top loader is, and I guess to clarify exactly what I'm talking about with a panel loader, so this is the Vanquest Addax 35. So when you unzip it, you usually have a big horseshoe type zipper that goes all around the perimeter of the pack. So opens up, clams open, you've got a nice big area. Top loader is going to be like this Vanquest Addax 18, just your traditional type of backpack, 90% of a C. You're going to unzip it, you've just got one big pocket there to slide into. This is your main compartment. Now this one I wouldn't consider a true top load because it does clamshell open completely, but you get the gist. This is a standard footprint of most. That's usually what you've got in a top loader pack, something along those lines. For me, I don't really like top loaders because I don't like the way you organize them. Everything, you've got to start at the bottom and work your way up in terms of what you're going to be accessing the least or the most. So your least used items are going to have to go on the bottom. Your most often used at the top. For convenience sakes, now when you're hiking and stuff, obviously you want to pack your weight differently. So you're that's kind of what you're going to go to anyways. But day-to-day use for my day packs, my EDC packs, I prefer ones that I have more access to so that I can kind of get to everything without having to pull everything out. But if you've got to stack everything in and work your way up, when you do need that item on the bottom, you're going to have to completely pull everything out. So for me, I like to be able to have easier access to everything. As you can see with this Addax 35 right here, when it is unzipped, there is full access to everything in the pack. Right now I've got it set up from where I used it the other day going to work, and I planned on going and rucking afterwards. So, you know, I've got a full change of clothes. I can lay right down in there. I've got easy access to my shoes. I don't have to pull the rest of the stuff out. It also makes it easier to pack odd-shaped items, in my opinion, so that you can be able to take advantage of every space. So like my riding visor here. It's a big horseshoe type deal. It's a lot easier to be able to work that, in my opinion, into a pack and fill in open spaces so that you don't have as much wasted space than it is with a top loader. You know, for instance, we'll look at this Urban Assault here right quick. Let's zip this Addax back up. Now, imagine trying to load what I just had if all you've got in your pack access is that much right there. So now, get my shoes out way down in the bottom there. Obviously, yes, you can do it, but it's a lot easier to pack stuff, in my opinion, when you can open it up, have a full blank canvas. So kind of a top load versus panel load there. I can show it better with the Mystery Ranch here. Let's set this out of the way. So for instance, we look at this pack. This is in top loader form right there. All right. Everything is kind of blocked in. You can't really get to what's in the rest of it. But where it has got this center zip feature on it, now we can open it up. We've got full access to all of our organization pockets in here without having to pull everything up out of there like we would if all I had was a top loader access. If this was just a top loader, we'd have to come up with a different way to organize it, or we'd have to pull the whole sheet out. So for me, it just makes organization easier, access to things easier, especially when packing and you want to utilize the space completely without having extra voids, gaps, or whatever in there. See, right now I've got extra space in there that I would just kind of have to blindly stuff items down in there to fill up and wouldn't really know. But with it being the center zip or a panel loader type deal, you can open it up, I can lay all my stuff in there, conveniently zip it back up. So just something to think about when you're buying packs. Now, obviously the majority of your packs that you're going to find on the market are top loaders. It's just the traditional design everybody goes with. I'm sure there's reasons for that. You know, your biggest one is you are going to have less failure points because you don't have as many zippers or buckles or snaps. So it just kind of depends on what your use case is. When we look at my corner again, so I've got a center zip front pocket here. I've got easy access to everything in there. I can easily see it, get it, organize it, lay it out. And then a lot of times I do use this to get, or as a top loader, and I will just unzip that much. But that's because I've got my most common stuff staged right here at the top. If I want to get into my other stuff, then I just unzip it, peel it back, and now everything there is easy to get to. I can see it, I can fit it all together. I've basically kind of got this organized as a jigsaw puzzle, so everything fits in here. My fuel canister sits right there in that little pocket. My pocket stove right there below it to hold it in place. My Dragon Fire stove and fire kit right here, so that's all locked into place. Med kit, and then my cordage stuff, so it lays in there better. The big advantage too with a panel loader, if you've got like this pack here for instance, you've got your hook and loop and molly webbing there. So I've got these pouches are attached to the back panel. You can just attach organizers and get to them easier than with a top loader. For me, a top loader, I don't really see the point in attaching stuff to the back wall because you're not going to be able to easily access it. This way I can easily access my stuff. I like to pack, and I'm going to do a pack organizer video that shows what I like to use the most when it comes to packing. But primarily I like to pack with items that are cubed and rectangle shaped. So that's why I've got like the 6x8 Possibles pouch here. My med kit is in a square compression pack. Stuff like that packs easier than odd shaped items, and I find that by using a panel loader, center zip, then you've just got easier access to those. You can utilize your space more. You know, I can quickly and easily change out a full kit based on my use and what I'm going to go do. Like the Addax, I used it the other week on a overnight motorcycle trip. We stayed at a hotel, so I didn't have to pack all my camping stuff. I just packed convenience items and a change of clothes, toiletry kit. But it's real easy to lay this Addax out It also works great because my new luggage rack, if y'all haven't seen that video, I'll link that in there. My new luggage rack is permissive of this style pack. So I can lay this on there and open it on my luggage rack just like this. But when packing for a different kit, you know, I can easily pull all of this out, throw my new kit in there real quick, shut it up and go. Just like you would a regular suitcase when you're packing a regular suitcase. But when I get somewhere, take it off, throw it on my back and walk in, whether that's be camping at a hotel or whatever. Just makes more sense to me. So it packs like a suitcase, carries like a regular hiking pack. So just some things to think about when you're looking at packs, whether you want a top loader or a center zip, things like that. As you can tell by all of the packs I have, they're all pretty well center zipper panel loader. I have one top loader pack. It stays, see how much quicker this is versus when I just tried to show packing that as a top loader. I've got one top loader pack that I've had since high school before I really got into packs and knew better. It worked great as a regular backpack carrying books and binders and stuff like that, but I never really did like it for travel because everything settles to the bottom and you couldn't really get to it. This way I can stage my stuff. I can easily get to it when I need that stuff at the bottom, quickly unzip it, and away we go. So that kind of sums that up. I don't really have much more to say on the subject, but if you've got any other thoughts or suggestions on this style packs, feel free to drop your comments below. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Keep your knives charged, your lights sharp. Y'all have a good one.